This week on the County Line, we tell you how you can get into the spirit of this season with fun holiday activities in and around Lawrence County.
Also this week, we show you some four-legged friends we've made in Lawrence County.
This and more coming up on tonight's edition of the County Line.
The County Line starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the County Line. I'm Bradford Eric.
And I'm Ashley Bishop. Black Friday may have been a major shopping day for consumers, but the men and women in the Lawrence County Police Forces have a different day that they shop for the holidays. The annual Shop with a Cop program pairs local crime fighters and needy children and families together. The officers and the families head to the local Walmart to pick out presents this coming Tuesday. We show you the smiles from last year's event. Let's take a look.
That is so cool.
Yes, this year I think Santa's helpers do have badges. We're here to help. We let the kids see that up front. People who are customers of Walmart see that. We have on-the-spot donations, other people walking around that donated to next year's program because they believe in it too.
David.
I'm here participating in the Shop with a Cop. I work for Newcastle Police Department. It's my second year doing this, so come out, it's a pretty good cause. So anything to give back. I mean, I've done stuff like that since high school, so it's pretty important for me to come out, help these kids out. So.
What happens is we go and get donations gathered up all year long through a multitude of different charities. And then what happens is here at the end it's all piled together. And then we're blessed by the great turnout that we continue to have from all the officers and affiliated personnel across Lawrence County. Basically, there's about 8 different schools involved, and those are chosen maybe by the folks that could use it the most. They come in here today, they get paired up with an officer, and like I say, today they get preloaded gift cards for the amount that was broken down, and basically they go shopping. So what Christmas is all about to help make these children's Christmas that much better.
And then when you're done, bud, you get McDonald's out front. Okay? She's a good friend of mine. She's going to take care of you. Okay?
Okay, Jeffrey, let's go.
Okay. It helps me to get more in the mood for the whole season with us trying to help the kids out, something that they may not have seen otherwise.
Well, I tell you what, if you don't know, and sometimes we forget, sometimes maybe what Christmas is about, there it is. It's right there. You actually see what Christmas is truly about.
The annual Shop with a Cop program takes place this coming Tuesday, December 7th. The program in its entirety is privately funded and takes place at the Union Township Walmart. Officers from all local police departments participate. 100 local children were given the chance to shop with a cop last year.
The Christmas season is here, and you know what that means. Holiday productions will be in full swing across Lawrence County. The Newcastle Regional Ballet presents the Nutcracker at the Scottish Rite Cathedral this holiday season. The show kicks off on December 4th at 7 p.m. and on December 5th at 2 p.m. Call the Cathedral box office for more information.
You can experience the miracle of Christmas live and in person at the local church's drive-thru nativity. The King's Chapel United Methodist Church in Newcastle recreates the event December 4th and 5th from 6 to 9 p.m. each night. The display features actors and animals depicting 11 scenes from the Nativity. The event is free and open to the public. Visit the church's website at www.kieweumcharge.org. This is the 17th year that the church has put on the live nativity display.
The Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra shares your favorite holiday carols and music at the Scottish Rite Cathedral in Newcastle on December 10th. The Holiday Pops concert is complete with a surprise special guest. The concert begins at 8 p.m. and is part of a concert series at the Scottish Rite Cathedral. For ticket information, visit thepittsburghsymphony.org. Up next, we introduce you to a special mill employee from Volant that walks on 4 legs instead of 2.
Stay tuned. More County Line is on the way.
The liberal arts work at Westminster College. Westminster graduates have a 96% placement rate. They have developed the skills needed to succeed in any field. That's what makes the liberal arts so powerful and flexible. Experience success the Westminster way.
Need some help getting into the holiday spirit without those boring commercials? Tight Radio can help.
We're here to help you ring in the holidays. This holiday season, Tight Radio is all Christmas all the time. Tune in for your holiday favorites without commercials all day, every day. The best selection of holiday music, always commercial-free.
A local business has a 4-legged employee. The Volant Mill is home to Millie, the mill cat. This always friendly cat welcomes shoppers and employees each morning as they browse the unique crafts and products at the Volant Mill and the Blue Heron. She also frequents other businesses in the small town of Volant and can be difficult to catch up with for an interview. I wanted to see if the stories about this cat were true, so I traveled to the mill to find out more. Let's take a closer look. The Volant Mill is one of the premier shopping destinations in the small, quiet town of Volant. The old mill has 4 employees, 3 who walk on 2 legs and 1 that walks on 4. Millie the mill cat has been employed at the mill for 4 years. We had a hard time catching up with Millie. She loves this town so much she has trouble staying in just one place. It was actually quite a challenge. Up with Millie, we learned a lot about her and followed her while she worked. The mill adopted Millie to take care of the mill's vermin problem.
Is very friendly to people, and she works the night shift here and I work the day shift, so we work as a team.
Millie lives in and outside of the mill and takes her job very seriously.
She catches birds, mice, rats, moles, chipmunks, and she has brought me a rabbit the size of herself.
Besides catching vermin, Millie is also the town's mascot. Millie can be found inside or outside of the mill, laying around or greeting customers.
Millie, where were you hiding?
Millie is beloved by many.
Oh, how sweet.
I mean, we have people come maybe a couple times a year, maybe every month. They're like, where's Millie? You know, they want to find Millie to pet her and play with her. So people do look for Millie when they come to town.
She's just a wonderful asset, I think, to the town. People worship her. They come in and ask for her. They come to find her. And one guy told me, he says, I come up on special days for 2 things, to greet the cat and to get Amish donuts.
Millie makes working at the mill very enjoyable.
Comes up on the counter and she tries to play with our mouse for a computer, and she just has a good time.
So the next time you're in Volant, keep your eyes peeled for the fun, fearless, friendly feline. I'm Ashley Bishop for the County Line. If you want to visit Millie and want to check out the Volant Mill, they are open as follows. Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday, noon to 5 p.m. If you want to learn a little more about the history behind the mill, tours are available as well. Tours need to be booked in advance and cost $3 for adults and $2 for children. To book your tour, visit volantmills.com.
If you are looking to own your own cat or dog, consider adopting from the Lawrence County Humane Society. Visit their website and look at the pet list of animals available. In order to adopt, you must be at least 21 years old and have identification showing a present address. The Lawrence County Humane Society is a nonprofit and non-governmental organization. Their mission is to provide a safe haven for strayed, abandoned, and abused animals. If you cannot adopt a furry friend but would like to still help, donations are greatly appreciated in the form of money or items on their wish list. The shelter's hours are noon to 4:30 p.m. on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. The shelter is closed on Wednesdays and Sundays and is located in Newcastle. Up next, we go on the road in Lawrence County to one of the many local wineries.
Following that, we have all you need to know about Westminster College swim team in Titantown Sports. There's more on the way.
Make a difference at Westminster College. Westminster has earned the nation's highest honor for community service for 3 straight years. Classroom lessons are put into action to benefit the community. Experience service the Westminster way. Westminster was founded in 1852 as one of the nation's earliest coeducational colleges. Our timeless mission of developing individuals intellectually, spiritually, and socially has helped Westminster become one of the country's top liberal arts colleges. Experience tradition the Westminster way.
For this week's segment of On the Road, Dave Nicholson and Corey Emanuel travel to Wilhelm Winery in Hadley, PA. Take a look as winery owner Gary Schilling gives us a personal tour and shows us a little more about how he makes his sweet wine.
Hi, I'm David Nicholson at Wilhelm Winery in Mercer County, 4 on the road. Constructed 100 years ago, this old barn is now home to Wilhelm Winery. Owner Gary Schilling tells us how he makes his wine.
We bring the wine in or the juice in, and we'll start a fermentation process. And what's going to happen is it's going to end up into these tanks, and we're going to inoculate it with yeast nutrients, the strains of yeast that we want to use onto it, and then we start the fermentation process. The fermentation actually only takes anywhere from like a week to 2 weeks. Oh yeah, it's working.
How can you actually tell when it is fermenting?
Well, see the little bubbles. Yep, that's the yeast doing its job. It's eating the sugars and making alcohol. Now, once it starts fermenting like that, we'll come down and we'll stir it at least once a day. Make sure it's getting an even fermentation. Everything. We'll keep monitoring how much of the sugars it's consuming. And then when it's done, basically it'll be out of sugars. And then your alcohol's in it, and you have, at that point, raw wine. And then once it ends up into a juice form, it'll go into these tanks. And if you can smell the aroma in this room, that's because this particular tank right here is fermenting.
These chambers store wine for up to 2 years before it is bottled. I gave some of the wine a taste to see what the buzz is all about. After tasting the flavorful wine, I decided to buy a few bottles for myself and my friends. I would like to thank the kind people at Wilhelm Winery for their hospitality. Reporting from Wilhelm Winery, I'm David Nicholson, 4 on the road.
If you want your business to be featured on our On the Road segment, simply contact us here at the county line at the On the Road email address listed on your screen.
Up next, we have your news from the world of Westminster athletics and Titantown sports. I sit down with Devin Gannon and Caitlin Layberger of the Westminster College swimming and diving teams. Stay tuned to find out why the Titan swim team is making splashes in the pack this year.
Following Titantown Sports, we show you the latest when it comes to the classic American muscle car, the Dodge Challenger.
It's that time of year again, Christmas, and Titan Radio's gift to you is 24-hour Christmas music all through the holiday season.
Just tune your radio to 88.9 FM for commercial-free Christmas music, any time of the day or night, or online at TitanRadio.net.
On Morris County's choice for commercial-free music, Titan Radio, and streaming live on the web at TitanRadio.net.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hi, I'm Dan McDevitt, a father, a husband, Army retiree, and a student at Westminster College. It was nice finding a college so close to home, high academics, was going to put me in the job market right after graduation. If I was to tell another adult student why to come to Westminster, I'd tell them for the academics, the one-on-one personalization they'll get with their instructor, the small classroom experience. I know with this college experience is going to open a lot of doors for me. My kids are supportive of me going back to college. And when I get good grades, they're all happy. They're like, way to go, Dad.
And I'm here alongside Devin Gannon of the Westminster men's swim team. How you doing this afternoon, Devin?
Pretty good. Pretty excited to swim and get some competition out of the way.
Good. Now, you are a senior, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So you've been here for 4 years. Explain your experience as a Titan so far.
Although I went to a pretty large high school at Shaler area, it was a really small team, and so that's a pretty big difference for me coming to a really big program that we really have the numbers to compete in our conference and eventually get on to the next level. So that's a pretty big difference for me. So that, and it's just a such close knit group that yeah.
Okay. Now, how do you cope with the loss of some important senior leaders from last year?
We lost on the guy side. We lost 4 seniors, and they were all a big part of the team. But you do that every year, and you move on. I mean, you could say that we lost a pretty powerful swimmer in the pack, MVP Ben Gutman. But then again, our breaststrokers won both events earlier this week against W&J. They stepped up right away and filled in the role. So guys are always willing to step up, and that makes a big difference.
You suffered an injury earlier this season. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I'm not really sure how. Maybe just from a little bit of overwork. Kind of hurt my back. It's a little bit out of line, and it affected my shoulders a little. But I don't know. It's a little step back, but I feel like for me, a swim season when the stars align and I never get hurt, it never really happens. And I've overcame things like this before, so just kind of working to keep my strokes technically correct, so that way once I'm healthy, I'll be able to swim fast.
Okay, thank you very much, Devin.
All right, thank you.
That was Devin Gannon of the men's swimming and diving team. Stay tuned. A little later, we'll sit down with Caitlin Layberger and find out what she's looking forward to do this season. Dreams of glory. Your name forever immortalized among sports elite. A moment of greatness captured and remembered for all eternity. This is Westminster College Swimming and Diving. These are among the desires the men's and women's swimming and diving teams strive to achieve day in and day out. The student athletes comprising the teams are family-like when it comes to practices and competitions, the women practicing right alongside the men. With a grueling schedule and back-breaking practices, both the men's and women's teams work hard. Titan junior student Todd Slobodniak explains.
Every day we have a usual schedule of like how the week goes. We swim 2 mornings a week, which is Monday, Friday. We lift Tuesday and Thursday mornings, and then 5 days a week, obviously, we have afternoon practice. Most of our practices consist of, usually throughout the week, the warm-ups usually get a little bit longer, so we're starting to get a little bit sore throughout the week. Then we have kind of main sets. Monday, Friday is more of like a cardio set, freestyle. Tuesday, Thursday is a set that dedicated to your stroke, or if you're like a specialist freestyle, like a sprinter or a distance swimmer. And then Wednesday we do a lactate set, which is like race preparation. Like we'll do a lot less yardage, but it'll be all out sprint for times, and that just kind of gets you ready for your race, and it switches it up. So practice is pretty different every day. So.
With 3 national qualifiers and 12 all-pack swimmers returning to the team this year, senior student athlete Chris Bodle says don't blink or you'll miss the excitement.
But stay tuned because the relays at the end, the last couple events, are going to be really exciting, and that's where the meet's going to be determined right there.
I'm Bradford Eric reporting poolside for the Westminster Cable Network.